Don't make this mistake of bulking before you're going on a cut. If you're at a very high body fat percentage, I'm talking about 15% body fat or above. If you're doing that, then you're doing a huge mistake. You're leaving more gains on the table, and it's something that you're not going to be able to stick to. Now, in this video, I'm going to be talking about the 3 reasons why you should cut before you bulk. Now, reason number 1, and the most important reason of those 3 reasons is for your mindset. And now, the reason it's good for your mindset is because cutting before bulking will help you build discipline. It will help you, it'll help you develop good habits as well, such as, your diet. Because when you're cutting, right, I promise you, when you're cutting, you're not going to be losing body fat without a good diet. And by you eating a good diet when you're first cutting, it's gonna make it easier for you to set yourself up on the bulk, because you already have developed those good habits in place of you eating that good diet, getting your hydration in, all of these things. That's essential, that makes cutting very effective, and alongside that, you'll be able to gain weight effectively afterwards. This will make building muscle more effective and with less body fat. So that's why I decided to put mindset there as a reason, because you'll start to feel better about yourself. Because if you're bulking and you go on a dirty bulk, you don't get your good habits in check, then you're not gonna be able to sustain that. And that leads me to the second reason, and that is, it will more likely enable you to get a better long-term sustainability. Because like I said before, if you're bulking before cutting at a high body fat percentage, I know most guys, they do bulk before they even cut, especially at a high body fat percentage. But anyways, what that leads to them doing is that it will just lead them to not stick to the bulk, because if they've realized they get this sense of regret on not cutting before they're bulking, because they look at themselves in the mirror all the time, and they keep seeing that belly fat that's covering their muscle, and it's not going to make our muscles more defined. Even if you're building muscle on a high body fat percentage, you're still not going to be able to have that amount of muscle visible within your frame, because you've got a very, very high body fat percentage, and that's going to lead to you not sticking to that bulk, and then you're just going to end up cutting again. You're going to just end up going on a cut, and that's going to lead to you, potentially even losing muscle if you do not get these good habits in check. So, whereas if you're cutting before you're bulking, then you can just prioritize losing that fat off, and you probably might be even building muscle along the way as well, if you're someone that's a beginner. And that's going to allow you to set yourself in a better position to go on a bulk with less excessive fat gain, and by building muscle more easily and more effectively as well. So, and by you building muscle at a lean body fat percentage, your muscles are going to be more visible within you. Whereas if you were bulking at a high body fat percentage, then you're gonna be building muscle less effectively, and also you're going to be, like I said before, your muscles are going to be less visible within your frame, and that's going to lead to you getting the sense of regret, and you're just going to be like to yourself, oh, why did I bulk? I should have won on the cut. And that's why you should always prioritize losing fat, and you should get lean once before you go onto a lean bulk. So that's the reason number 2. Now, the third and final reason why you should cut before you bulk is because of hormonal health and insulin as well. The reason why I'm saying it's good for the hormonal health is because the higher the body fat percentage you have, the lower your testosterone will be. And that's going to just, lead to you feeling sluggish, you know, because testosterone is a very important hormone when it comes to feeling energized and all of these other endless benefits as well of having high testosterone. But in terms of energy wise, that's one of the downsides of having low testosterone. However, if you start losing that body fat, you're going to end up regulating your testosterone, and it will also improve insulin sensitivity as well, because if you're bulking at a high body fat percentage, you're insulin resistant. And if you went on a bulk whilst being insulin resistant, then you're not going to be able to build muscle less effectively. And on top of that, you're going to have more excessive fat gain, and that's going to lead to making cut even harder for yourself after the bulk, after gaining that, you know, that fat off that you gained during the bulk. So it's going to make cutting harder. So I'd rather want you to prioritize the cut first. Once you get a good leanness level of 10 to 12% body fat, then you can slowly go into a gaining phase. As you going on a gaining phase with a lean body fat percentage, you're not going to be insulin resistant. Therefore, your body is going to have a better response to carbs and nutrients, making it more effective for muscle growth. And yeah, making it more effective for muscle growth. And that's why I decided to put insulin as part of that third reason for the hormonal health, because, you know, if you're insulin resistant, then you're going to put yourself at a high risk of gaining more fat if you decided to go on a bulk instead of going on a cut. So that's it from me. If you find this video helpful, then like, comment, subscribe, all this good stuff. And I'll see you lot in the next video. Peace out.